So let's discuss what's on telly this week. So Loose Women is back on Monday. Back to 5 days a week, new shows, which is brilliant news. So that's on every weekday at 12:30 after this morning. So it'd be interesting to see what how they all are. Next up is The A Word. That's back on Tuesday for its third series. So looking forward to this. So it's on BBC One at 9 o'clock, and it's been 2 years since the last series. So I've watched one. I'm in the middle watching two before it starts on Tuesday. And then all those reviews will be put up on my YouTube channel, which you can go and watch, or you can also watch series 1 and 2 on BBC iPlayer as well. So Joe is now 10 years old, and trying to cope with travelling between two homes within 100 miles apart, because his mum Alison and his dad Paul are now divorced. Luckily, Morris, who is Joe's granddad, Alison's dad, seems to be holding things together. Julie Hesmond, sorry, I'm just going to say Julie because I can't pronounce her last name, but you'll see a picture of her now. She is joining. She is best known for playing Roy's wife on Coronation Street, Hayley. And she's playing the teacher, Heather. Also, another new person, David Gayassi, who's been, apparently, he's been in a lot of movies. I don't recognise him on telly. But he's playing Alison's new love interest, Ben. So yeah, really looking forward to this. I watched all the episodes, and it's a lot of fun, a lot of funny moments, a lot of emotional moments as well. Because obviously Joe has autism. So it's mainly about how they deal with him and stuff. So that's one thing good to watch. Also, this week, we have a one-off documentary, NHS Heroes, which is on Wednesday on Channel 4 at 9 p.m. So this takes a shocking behind-the-scenes look at life on the front line for some of our NHS doctors and nurses up and down the country, as they battle the COVID-19. In intimate video diaries, we also get to see them at home with their families, and learn just how big an emotional toll witnessing death on such a scale is having on them. It sounds like a really, really good watch, especially if you're into your like hospital programs and stuff. So yeah, this definitely is one to watch. Next is VE Day in Colour, which is on Channel 4 on Sunday at 8 p.m. With the UK's events to mark the 75th anniversary of V-Day on hold due to COVID-19. This programme looks at how Britain was united in celebration on the 8th of May 1945 as V-Day ended World War II on the continent. It brings to life the jubilation in London alongside the reflections of those whose loved ones never returned from the war. So that's on Sunday. Ideal if you're interested in history and the war and stuff like that. So yeah, that's that one. So also there is a new drama called Isolation Stories. It's on Monday to Thursday this week on ITV at 9 p.m. So this is four short standalone dramas that look at lives in lockdown. So Sheridan Smith, who plays pregnant Mel, who is coping alone, while Robert Glenister plays Ron, who has the virus and is isolating with his son Russell, played by Tom Glenister. There's other stars going to be in it as well, like Angela Griffin and David Threlfall. So yeah, this is looking really interesting. I think definitely one to watch. So it's on ITV Monday to Thursday at 9 p.m. So now let's look at the hottest plots that's going on in the soaps. So Max is in EastEnders. Max to the rescue. So Michaela has kidnapped Whitney and is holding her hostage at her flat. But things are about to kick off. The abduction came like a bolt out of the blue for poor Whitney. Having believed that Michaela had been arrested for harassing her, relieved Whitney had shelved her plan to flee the country and binned her goodbye letters. Because that's what she was going to do. She was going to run away. But obviously, because she heard that she got arrested, she just changed her mind. But as things boil over back in the Walford, the off-Leas locals reckon that Whitney must have done the runner. But Max knows that's not the case. He's certain Whitney's in danger, and after alerting her lawyer, Gray, the two men set out to rescue her. Big question is, will they manage to find her before it's too late? So that's a must-see episode, which is on Monday. So Coronation Street. So arrested for murder. Months of humiliation, lies, abuse took a toll on Yasmin last week. As she struck out at controlling husband Jeff with a wine bottle, and now he is lying unconscious, bleeding on the kitchen floor. Panicking, Yasmin dials 999 and tells the operator that she's killed her husband. Outside of the cobbles, Peter, Brian, Kathy is heading over to the Rothers, and they're stunned to see an ambulance and a few police cars pull up outside the Metcalfe's house. However, with no one knowing what Jeff has been doing apart from her daughter Alia, who's been trying to get her gran away from controlling Jeff for weeks, Yasmin is now in a tricky position, and she does end up getting charged with murder. So that's going to be a really tough storyline going on from what's happened. Emmerdale now. So Inferno horror. Laurel and boyfriend Jay both believe the feud between their squabbling sons, Arthur and Archie, is over, but they're unaware that Jay's son, Archie, has turned the tables on Arthur, who terrorised the young boy for months. Archie wants payback and has been threatening to get Arthur taken away by social services. This week, the hatred between the boys leads to a fiery disaster. As it's Rishi's 70th birthday approaching, Jay decides to throw his dad a big birthday bash at Holdsgate. But the camping trip themed celebration has barely begun when Archie and Arthur clash during a kick-up bout. Knowing Arthur's relationship with his mum is still on shaky ground, Archie plays on that rift. During the game of rounders, Arthur is bitter and feels left out when Archie is put on Laurel's team. Then when the boys find themselves left alone, Arthur's anger builds. And in the power struggle to light the campfire, Arthur and Archie use too much of the lighter fluid, and a huge blaze explodes. So, as the Inferno shoots out of control, will the boys' feud spark a tragedy for parents Laurel and Jay? That's going to be a really good watch. That's a must-see episode on Friday, bank holiday. So yeah, that is the must-see episodes for this week. Okay, so let's look at the soap diary for this week. So let's go to Eastenders first. So on Monday, which is a must-see episode, Michaela admits that she knew about Tony was up to when he was abusing Whitney. Will Max be able to save her? Also, everyone is shocked about Bobby's collapse. Will Bobby come clean about what happened and land Dottie in trouble? That's Monday. Tuesday, Ian plans a surprise for Sharon, and alcoholic Linda is left disappointed when Phil turns down her unexpected request. Kush is worried about Jean's behaviour and is shocked when he discovers she has stopped taking her bipolar medication. So that's EastEnders. Coronation Street, Monday, which is a must-see episode. Yasmin calls 999 and confesses all about her shock attack on abusive Jeff. So has she killed her hateful husband? In the Rovers, the locals are questioned by the police about Yasmin and Jeff's relationship. What will they reveal? On Wednesday, teenager Asha is the target of more gossip about the naked video. Meanwhile, Sarah and Adam are back from honeymoon. Alia returns from Spain and is shocked to discover that her grandmother, Yasmin, is behind bars after attacking Jeff. On Friday, Alia is determined to expose the truth about Yasmin and Jeff's abusive relationship, but will the locals in the Rovers listen? Gary tries to convince Billy and Paul not to kick Kelly out of their flat. After they discover she shared the naked video of Asha. So that's Coronation Street. At Emmerdale now. Monday, Andrea is prepared to fight dirty to win back husband Jamie. Now she knows that his secret affair with Belle is back on. There's big trouble for Kane and Billy when they are caught by dodgy Malone, but has the bent copper set them up. On Wednesday, Harriet wants some answers after her fella Will returns home in a terrible state after being beaten up. But who hurt Will? Belle is annoyed that married lover Jamie is going on holiday with wife Andrea and pressures him to get out of the trip. And Friday, which is a must-see episode, things take a dangerous turn for Rishi's 70th birthday bash celebrations when Archie and Arthur's feud gets out of hand. Chef Victoria has unexpected news to share with boyfriend Luke after she is offered a job running the Hop restaurant. That sounds interesting. So that's Emmerdale. Let's look at Hollyoaks now. So Monday, Scott has doubts about his relationship with Mitchell after he's arrested for attacking Felix, and Verity offers to be his lawyer. Felix wakes up and asks Celeste for a second chance. Will she hear him out? Also, Matthew, Jesus, asks George if he's gay. On Tuesday is a must-see episode on Hollyoaks, where Mitchell confesses to Scott that he did intend to attack Felix, but he changed his mind. And then he proposes. And wanting to build a better relationship with his sister, Verity, Tony hosts a family lunch and invites her dad, Edward, as well. That's going to go down well. Next up is Neighbours. So on Monday, as Mackenzie's secret life implodes, the Rebeccas reach out in support and make a phone call to her aunt, Trish. In the wake of Mark's baby news, wannabe parents David and Aaron start researching foster care and get excited. On Wednesday, Paul advises Aaron to deal with the problem when he finds Mannix stolen goods. Harlow offers Paul an olive branch. Confusion continues with Kyle, who thinks he's seeing Roxy, but she thinks they're just friends. So can they resolve things that way? Friday is a must-see episode. So Paul receives a caution from the police after coming clean about his dealings with Mannix. Will David and Aaron forgive him? Also, Chloe and Piers are pushed to make a big decision. Ellie is blindsided when she hears best friend Chloe talking about her. So that's Neighbours. Home and Away, which is only on in the afternoons. On Monday, Tori and Jasmine return to the ED for their first shifts, but Jasmine struggles when a patient is rushed in for treatment. Willow, Mac, Dean help Bella to convince Colby to allow her to leave school, but is Bella's ambition to be trusted? Wednesday, Ziggy intervenes ahead of Ben's birthday as her mum plans a surprise birthday for her dad. Is Maggie jumping the gun? Ryder wants to warn Niku to tread carefully with Bella, while Rue advises him to take care not to betray the teenager. Friday is a must-see episode again. As the Atonis throw a party, the arrival of a visitor causes angst for Maggie Ryder. For Maggie, just Maggie. Ryder tells Niku about Bella's troubled past. Justin's heartbreak as he's forced to tell vulnerable Leah the horrible news about Robbo and Mason, who have both died. So yeah, that's all that's in the soap diary this week. A lot going on, and hope everyone has a nice week. So things that's on in the week. So Saturday, there's like old episodes. There's Gavin and Stacey, and there is Outnumbered as well, which I used to watch, and I know they're all funny. Also, Casualties on at 7:40 on BBC One, where Dylan does what he can to try and help overwhelm Faith. Noel strikes up a bond with a troubled young patient in the emergency department, while things get more complicated with Phoenicia. Obviously, last week she found out she was pregnant, and it might be Ethan's baby. You also got Britain's Got Talent, that's on as well. Also, Saturday night at 8 p.m, I think it's 8 p.m, over on Nadia Sawala Adderley's Family YouTube channel, they have a big quiz. Every Saturday this is. It's full of complete laughter. So if you want to laugh, you have to join in. There's also drunk singing. It's completely free. All they ask is a donation to whatever charity they are raising money for. I think it's Childline or something. I think at the moment they're raising money for. Even if it's just 50p, it's better than nothing, or a pound. So yeah, I highly recommend this quiz. So please go over to their YouTube channel, Nadia Sawala Adderley Family. Yeah, go over to their YouTube channel, subscribe, and if you want to do this quiz, literally just tap on that, press the notification bell, and you'll be notified when they are live. So yeah, on Sunday night, TV is boring. The only thing I actually watch on Sunday is Rich House, Poor House, which I love, where the poor house swap with the rich house, and they have completely different budgets and all that, and really, really good. Monday, we got all the soaps, and also we got new drama Isolation Stories on ITV. Also, second episode of Normal People is on as well. On Tuesday, it's only EastEnders, soap-wise. We have also the new series of The A Word on BBC at 9 o'clock, which is back after 2 years. Also, there is a repeat of a Doc Martin episode on ITV at 7 o'clock, which is what we've been watching now because there's nothing else on really. Also, Isolation Stories is back on as well on Tuesday at 9 o'clock. On Wednesday, we have Coronation Street, Emmerdale, Neighbours, and Home and Away, Soapwise. Also, we have the second episode of Absolutely India with the Thomases, where they try to find their zen at the meditation hall, and Adam gets a haircut, so that'd be sounds intriguing. Also, the one-off documentary about our NHS heroes is on Channel 4 as well that night. Thursday, not much on, a lot of repeats. DIY SOS, Mrs. Brown's Boys, the Isolation Stories, which is the last one on Thursday. And also First States Hotel is back as well for a new series. And on Friday, bank holiday, it's V-Day. So that's mainly what's on BBC. You still got the soaps, Emmerdale, Coronation Street, Neighbours, and Home and Away. There's also a one-off documentary about Captain Tom Moore on ITV. And also the best programme on TV, Google Box is on Channel 4. And yeah, that's about it really about what's on telly this week. So I shall see you next week for more new programmes, more soaps and gossip.